Yo, what's going on? YouTube, Red Mist LFC Ninja here, and we're back with a full-time review of the disappointing game between Liverpool and Manchester United. Listen, don't be fooled by what you see on the screen. I know it wasn't 3-1. That was just my prediction, and if all my predictions were right each and every week, season by season, we will be absolutely unbeaten and the best team ever to grace the football world, because I seem to never ever believe anybody's going to beat us or lose. Obviously it's not real, it's more hope, it's just what's in your heart at the time. You know, I suppose if we was like a 11th or 10th, 11th or 9th mid-table side, maybe I wouldn't be so optimistic about winning all the time. It's because we are that team. It's why majority of the time it's a winning prediction. But listen, it was an absolute... Was it a poor performance? I don't even know if it was a poor performance. I think it was a great performance. I've been listening to a few reviews and a few people talking online, and Kopish and and the other one and Mo's channel, and I hear Man United fans saying that they dominated for 40 minutes. First of all, a few of them said 20 minutes, and it slowly creeped up to 25, and then it was on 35, and then it's 40. How many minutes do you want? You dominated for literally 25 minutes. That is it. There was no more dominating that. And if you listened to my preview, you went to my preview and you heard what I said. I said they will come out the trap strong, being a home team. If we can survive the first 20 minutes, we win the game. We couldn't even survive 15 minutes without conceding a goddamn goal. We couldn't do it. But I'm telling you, it was literally 23 minutes. It was mainly United, but we did have a little bit of it there. It was like, it was defense versus attack pretty much. It was on us. It was a lot of 50-50s in that time. We had a couple 2 minutes here and there throughout that first 23 minutes of their possession, where we gave it away. We couldn't keep, our passing was a bit off. It was really cagey for that amount of time. Once we settled into it, and we was a goal down by them, but still we settled. And then after those 23 minutes, 22 minutes, we dominated. And when we got back into the game with the McAllister goal, we absolutely dominated, until literally, I'd say, 80th minute. The 80th minute. Anyways, before we continue, let's bring up first of all, let's get rid of full time. Let's bring up Klopp's, the icons, the Klopp subs, the injury lists, and the angry birds. Very angry today after losing that freaking match. I'm so like, I'm fuming. Anyway, Kelleher, Gomez, VVD, Quansah, Connor Bradley, McAllister, Endo, Szoboszlai, Diaz, Nunes, Salah. If you watch your preview, you'll realise this was the team. I start off with doing Klopp's team, and then I add my changes on what I think would have been ideal. Let me just move him back to there. What I believe would be ideal. What I believe would be the ideal 11, and based on what I think Klopp's going to do, and then I'll do my own, etc, etc. So this was my own. The only person I changed, I thought Klopp would go with this team as well, the same team against City that City pushed out, especially as certain players didn't play full matches on Thursday, and some of them got rests. The only change, which was why he was there initially when we loaded up, was because I had Gakpo to start. Just because I feel like in the beginning of a match, Gakpo is a good outlet to play to when you're under pressure. You need to breathe, you need to get out. He could have been a good outlet for us. Saying that, Nunes could also be a good outlet because you're running in behind. But I think what you really want to do is you want someone to hold up the play, and then hold up the play, take the ball down, hold up the play, and then try and let your team get up the pitch and then move the ball move the ball up, move the ball that way, instead of running in behind with a Nunes and then he loses the ball and then it just comes back. You need to stifle the play. You need to stifle your position. You need to stifle the crowd. So just playing the ball over the midfield and Nunes trying to run in behind on the counter attack. Yes, you can potentially get something from that, but you're not it's just going to come straight back at you. The ball, they're going to get in position, they're going to build up, the crowd are going to go start cheering again. It's the start of the game. It's hype for the first 20 minutes, so they're going to be piling on the pressure. They're going to be energies everywhere. You need to hold that. You need to stem that out and to shut that down, stop that from happening. Like, quieten the crowd, just dead out the game, kill the game. That's what you have to do. So I felt like, I feel like he may have been a better person to do that. Out of the two of them, Nunes, thingy. I do think Gakpo's holding up is better than Nunes is. I think running in a goal, I think Nunes is more dangerous. I think they kind of. Gakpo does have a good shot, but I think they're level pegging. And I think Nunes, the way he plays, it's not unfortunate, it's good. Fortunately, he gets to shoot more rather than Gakpo. I think Gakpo plays more deeper, and I don't think the team has helped Gakpo in the way he's playing. I think Klopp wants to use him as more of a 9, and Nunes is more of a like a Firmino 9, and then Nunes as like a traditional number 9, like the one that's right up top, the last man sort of thing, like a Haaland sort of thing. And I think Klopp just wanted both of those styles incorporated into his squad. And I think when everybody's fit, I don't even think Nunes starts. I actually think Klopp reverts back to the Gakpo Diaz when everybody's fit. By saying that, he could have started with that today and he didn't, so maybe that's not correct at all. But yeah, I just think certain players, what I mean is when Trent's back, when the squad's fit, when all the injured players are, and you can tweak and chop and change. Jota, I think they all kind of, when everyone's available, I think that's kind of his go-to method. That's how he started the season, and because of injuries, he's kind of adopted more of this Nunes attacking sort of thing. But listen, this was my team. Like I said, the only change was Nunes for Gakpo. However, let me just add in the substitutes real quick. Clark, Robertson, Curtis Jones, Gakpo, Konate, Adrian, Harvey Elliott, Tsimikas, and McConnell. Obviously, guys, these wasn't the substitutes for who are we missing? We're missing somebody. Where the hell is he gone? All right, let's just do injuries to Alisson, Thiago, Jota, Gravenberch, Trent, Matip, Doak, Bajcetic, and then obviously our little angry birds. We have Dan's, Beck. I think Beck's out on loan. Let's scrap Beck. I think he's out on loan actually. And Yoni, Cade Gordon, Lewis Kumas. Owen Beck's out on loan. All right, so just those ones there. So who are we missing from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8? We're missing somebody. Who are we missing? Why are we missing somebody? Oh, that's why. Yeah, so that they were my starters. That was my starting 11 there, right? So let's go to, and this was the bench that I thought Klopp might go with. So obviously I had these guys on the bench, and obviously our injuries, and then obviously the Angry Birds. For those of you that are new or listen to this first time, Angry Birds are just younglings, baby tails that are on the peripheral of kind of breaking in to the squad, and they're in and out, and the young ones coming through, the next generation of LFC players, etc. And I've had to feature them because some of them have been, they've been pivotal to this season, so we've had to include them. Some of them have earned new contracts, and more of them are seeing their compatriots, step up, and they're like, oh, when's my chance. So I just thought I'd make a little section for them, just to kind of, just see what's happening on the edges of things, basically. There's your injury list there, obviously, and then obviously our subs bench. But this weren't the subs bench. We didn't have Curtis Jones. He obviously is still injured. I don't know. Nothing was said about Curtis Jones. I didn't hear the Klopp press conference. Maybe I missed it or something. I'm not sure. So let's go into the Klopp subs that Klopp had. So Klopp didn't have Konate either. He is also injured. Konate, I'm a bit worried about Konate, because the rumours were that he was kind of alright, but I think if Konate was fit, he would have played today instead of Quansah. Not that Quansah was bad, because he really wasn't. I thought Quansah was absolutely fantastic. I thought Quansah was better than VVD today, 100%. I thought he was better. But maybe those two are too alike, and so I don't know, because Man City, they were superb against Man City, and they played together, so that's not even an argument. So alright, so we have Cody Gakpo started on the bench for Klopp. Harvey was also on the bench. Nunes started. Tsimikas was on the bench. Then we have Simi here. Bobby Clark. Where are we? Substitutes. Okay, Bobby Clark. I don't know why I couldn't see him for a minute. Bobby Clark. Conor Bradley. Okay, so Conor Bradley was on the bench as well, which meant that Joe Gomez was this side, and then Robertson. But this is what I was saying again. Look, guys, my last video, I done the reverse for this against City. I said, "Oh, Klopp is gonna chuck Robertson back in left back, and Joe Gomez is going to go to the right. It's so obvious because Robertson is his boy and he loves Robertson, and he didn't. He played Joe Gomez, right, and Bradley, I think it was, at left and right back, and then he brought Robertson on, and I thought, oh my God, Klopp ain't kissed ass for once. And then, well, what do you know? It's reverted back to the norm, and this is going to be this when we come back against Brighton. Robertson's going to be starting again, and Gomez is either going to be on the bench or he's going to be on the right. And this is just senior. You know what? This is just like a. Kind of like, no disrespect to Joe Gomez, right? Joe Gomez shouldn't be starting at right back over Conor Bradley, in my opinion, right? And I'm going to get onto something about Conor Bradley shortly, right? He shouldn't be starting over Conor Bradley. He should be starting over Robertson, right? At left back, because I think he's been solid. He should be starting there, right? Now, the only reason why he's at right back is because of his age, and he's a senior member of the team, and he's been playing very well. Let's not forget, right? But because Klopp he definitely wants his man, his left back, his perfect freaking, Andy Robertson. He really wants him in the side at left back. So, what do? I'll just get rid of the little kid that's fresh on the scene. Yeah, he won't say nothing. He's like I've given him an opportunity. He's taking it, but he's young. He's got plenty of time. He'll understand. When actually, no. He shouldn't be playing. He should be there, and he should be there, because those two have been solid. I'm sorry, this guy. When he came on against United, he was a loose cannon running up and down in the first 5 minutes, whatever it was. Not 5 minutes, that's an exaggeration, but like 15 to 20th minute, bombing on. There was space in behind. That's why we were so rattled. We didn't just kind of sit back, defend out the first 10-15 minutes. We tried to run up and attack them. They had the crowd on their side. Their energy was all over the place. Their energy was ecstatic. We was never going to be able to maybe outpace them while the energy just gives you that extra adrenaline rush. It was never going to happen. So why? I don't get why he started, and that was ridiculous. Anyway, I just really think it was a senior thing, and Klopp thought, listen, the young kid, he can drop to the bench, even though he's been fantastic at right back, and I can't drop Gomez for a kid either. because if Klopp genuinely thought that it was about the best players, right? Then Conor Bradley he plays right back. If Klopp thought Conor Bradley's been that good, he'd play right back, and he would have. But he's not gonna do that. He's always gonna play these two, right? And Bradley will be the one to get dropped, and that's because they're senior squad players and first teamers. And one of them, Joe Gomez, has been fantastic right up until this. Even today, he was very good. So there's a conundrum there, and I'm telling you, he dropped Bradders simply because he's young and he ain't really got much say. 100%. That's just my theory. So I don't think it was. It was footballing. It was for footballing matters, obviously, because it's football. We're just choosing a team here. But I just think that it should have been Gomez here and then Bradley at right back. And he should have brought Robinson on. Why didn't he bring Robertson on like he did against Man City? You know how tired United were at the back. They had like Fernandez in defence. Fernandez in defence. With Maguire. It would have been perfect for Robertson to come on. I don't know why he made that change in defence. It's not the one. Anyway, Bradley was on the bench. McConnell didn't make the squad. Oh yes, he did. He was in the squad. Jaden Dans was in the squad. Where are you, Dans? Here you are. Jaden Dans was in the squad, and even Dans, like, why did here we go again? Another situation. Why is Gakpo coming on over Dans? Dan's grown up. I'm assuming he supports Liverpool. I'm assuming he could be Tranmere support or Evertonian. I don't know. Could support a different team, but is Scouser? I don't see why he wouldn't support Liverpool as a kid, as a youth. I don't see why he wouldn't. But there's a chance. Now, there is no bigger game that this kid would have been looking forward to playing in. If you told him what game in the whole season would you most look forward to, right? He'd probably say one of the Manchester games if he was to play. What's the biggest game? He'd probably say one of the Manchester games because of the rivalry with Manchester City, and then well, it's also a rivalry with Man United, but the history of Man United and then the recent rivalry with Man City. So I imagine he'd be saying that. So it's likely that he would actually say, yeah, Manchester United. So you put him on the bench, you're teasing the boy. But again, like Gakpo, what other than sort of being a senior first team player, why should he get the nod over Jaden Dans? Jaden Dans came on and you know, got us into this round. Why would you? United are a prime example. Look who they brought on to score their winner. We bring on Gakpo. We could have brought on Dans. Do I think Dans is better than Gakpo? No, I don't. But I don't think we're playing the right system of Gakpo. That's the difference. I just don't think with our midfielders at the minute, I don't think they're in tune to play the way. I don't think they're in tune to play with Gakpo. It's strange. I feel like McAllister and Jones are a better. They connect better with a Gakpo, and then a Diaz, and then a Salah. There's something missing from. I can't quite hit the nail on the head, but there's something missing from the side that Gakpo needs to kind of sort of really kind of put an emphasis in the match, or like really, you know, find his spot, find his place, find his flow, find his form. Whether it's down to someone else not playing, like a Trent or Curtis Jones, I feel like someone somewhere that hasn't been playing. It's weird. He's a difficult one because I think because when he was kicking, he was firing like beginning of the season. He was really good shape and form. And at the moment, he's just kind of gone off the boil, but I don't know why. And all I can think of is just the team is unsettled. All the changes, all the injuries. McAllister is now playing on the right side when he was playing on the left, and Szoboszlai was on the right. You know, Nunes is in the side consistently. Like, is it because Gakpo ain't been playing like every game in, game out? Because I remember he was playing game in, game out, and Nunes was holding the bench. And we was fighting teams, you know. Salah was on form. Salah went away to Salah's been out injured. He went away to, you know, he went away to the AFCON and then came back, and then the injury, and you know. And then I think there was a time when McAllister had a couple games out. Szoboszlai was injured. There's just no flow. I feel like the whole setup, you know. And then obviously Endo was out at the Asian Cup. I just feel like before that, the system had an organisation. Trent was at right back, you know. Yes, he was out. I think it was Tsimikas that was there. Well, no, it was. Yeah, and then he got injured, and Gomez was there, something like that. And this lot at the top, the front five, the front six, were just like, it was steady. It was steady, and I just felt like because it was steady, Gakpo had like kind of found form, and he was cooking. And I even think that was similar to Firmino. Firmino blew hot and cold a lot of the time, and he definitely needed, you know, certain players around him for his game to work the way he wanted it to work. Yes, Firmino is a better player than Gakpo, but that's because we know Firmino's end product, because he's been and gone. We don't know what Gakpo's end product will be in, you know, 3, 4, 5 years. If he stays with us, he's younger. He's young. It depends what the next manager wants to do with him, because obviously Klopp won't be at the helm, and so maybe the new manager will be like, well, I don't know. But yeah, it's a sticky one. It's a real sticky one. But yeah. So who else was on the bench? So we had Gakpo, Harvey Elliott, Tsimikas, Gravenberch was on the bench. Let's grab Gravenberch. I think that was it. Adrian, yes, Adrian's there. James McConnell, yep, James McConnell. Connor Bradley, Bobby Clark, Jaden Dans, Bobby Clark. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9. Yeah, so that's the substitutes. The rest are all injured. So that was the Klopp. That was it. That was a Klopp team. That was his subs. That's what he chose to start with. Yeah, the score, obviously. The score was we better change the score right now. Actually, we might as well. Where are we? So the score was I don't want to write that. At least I got the 3 right for us, yeah. We scored 3 goals, they scored 4. Man, that sucks. I hate looking at that. Absolutely hate looking at that. So 4-3 winners, Manchester United over Liverpool. I don't know what else there is to say. Let me just go over to the rating screen. We can talk a bit more about the players, and then individually we can talk about them then as well. So again, this was my team, and my subs here. So let's just make those changes again. Take him out. Let's bring in Gravenberch, because he was on the bench even though he didn't play. Bradley come out. Tsimikas comes in. Sorry, Robertson comes in. Gomez goes right. Nunes stays. Harvey Elliott jumps to the bench. And then we have Mo Salah. Mo Salah comes in. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. Kelleher and goal. Right. I'll just put him there. And I'll just put that there just for OCD reasons. So it looks nice and neat. Cool. Right. So they were there was the subs and then the starting 11. Right. So Kelleher. I think Kelleher pulled off some blinding saves. I don't. If he had let those in, I think we was probably beaten fair and square. I'm gonna go for an 8. I can't. Could he have saved any of the goals? I don't think so. If any of them, maybe the last goal. But he was at full stretch. Only way that's being saved is if it's a different goalkeeper, Alisson, and Alisson is taller and he's probably got a longer stretch. But we're not talking a whole hand. We're talking a matter of inches potentially. That can obviously make the difference, just like it does on offside. So if he had a little bit of an extra inch on his hands or fingers, maybe Alisson tips it onto the post. But be sure after the international break, be sure if Alisson's fit, he'll be back in those sticks 100%. It's a reason for Klopp to look once again to an older, more senior and respected player of the starting 11 in the squad. So whatever. It's bullshit. But I don't think that it was Kelleher's fault in any way, shape, form whatsoever. I thought he was superb. It's interesting this because we conceded 4 goals. But I'm looking at the defence and I'm not sure. I'm looking at the defence, I'm looking at the midfield, I'm looking at the attack. I'm like, somewhere it went wrong because we conceded 4 goals. Robertson, I was not impressed with the way he was playing today. I thought he was meh. Honestly, I thought he was absolute meh. Was not impressed. Nothing came down that left side. He was just hoofing stuff. He's getting worse as he gets older. He's losing. I don't know what he's losing, but he's not. It's time for him to start coming on as a substitute. We need someone with a bit more tech, a bit more guile, a bit more skill about them, and that's what I like about Gomez. I think him left back and Trent right back, and both of them can invert at certain times and devert or whatever you want to call it. I think that's having that balance. Both similar. Both can burst down the line as well. Both can do Robertson. Only thing I'd say is Robertson's probably got a better delivery off the left foot than Joe Gomez. But Joe Gomez can always turn back and in-swing, It's not a thing. Yeah, so I'm gonna give him a. I don't think he was great at all. I'm gonna give him a 6. Joe Gomez, I don't think he was much better, but I think he was better. I'm gonna go for a 6.5. I'm trying to work out if there was any real. I don't think there was any real moments. Right, centre backs. Quansah was the best centre back today for me. I think I'll go with. He also got an assist. You know, he opened up that defence. Mo drifted out. Fair play to Mo. That was smart. Just drag out Wan-Bissaka. And then Quansah just drifted in there. Nice. I reckon I'll give him a 7.5. Virgil's on the basics really well. Could he have done something a bit more for the Rashford goal? Not sure. I think I'm gonna probably give him 7. Yeah, probably a 7. Endo. I don't think Endo's really in the game. I don't know if it was one of his best games. I definitely think he had a better game against City. He did have a good game, but I don't think it was amazing. I think I'll go with. I think he was as good as Quansah's, but in midfield. So I think I'm gonna go with a 7.5 for him. And we conceded 4, so there's got to be 7, maybe even a 7 to be fair. Because there's got to be somewhere. There's got to be a lapse or a problem or a performance issue. It's got to be. And we conceded 4, so we got to look at that, right? So Bozzolai, I thought he had a little bit of a better second half, but I thought Harvey should have started. I said it in my preview. Harvey knows all about what this game means. Energy, grit. He should have started over Szoboszlai, and Szoboszlai should have come on. I don't really know why Klopp went with Szoboszlai. Well, I know why, because it's his signing. Again, he's older, he's more senior, he's come in as a signing, and Klopp just sees the young guys coming through again, and he says, "Oh, he'll be alright. He'll not say anything, and boom, he just get benched. When Harvey's, in my opinion, in much better form than Szoboszlai is currently. I'm gonna go for. I think Szoboszlai was as bad as Robertson. I'm going for a 6. McAllister was brilliant. I thought he was great, man. I thought he was really, 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 really good. Probably the best player on the side, actually. I think I'm gonna go with an 8.5. Got a fantastic goal to Jora's level as well. Yeah, we're gonna go for an 8.5. Clearly the domineering midfielder. Diaz. I think Diaz really worked hard, didn't really get much opportunities or anything like that. I think maybe a 7. It's depressing doing these numbers, man. Right, Mo got shut down by Wan-Bissaka. Every time he got the ball and Wan-Bissaka was in front of him, he didn't want to take him and he didn't want to try and twist and turn, which, okay, I got it. It just means that he's got, he knows he's got you numbered. You're not trying to do anything. He just kept passing the ball. He was locked off. Wan-Bissaka locked him off. That was a master stroke from Ten Hag. The only thing I'd say is, it takes a lot more than just tackling Mo to keep Mo having an influence. And what I mean by that is the simple fact that Mo feigned to kind of, want the ball, pulls out to the throwing line, and then that creates a space for Quansah to drift inside because Wan-Bissaka doesn't know where to go, and he slowly gets dragged towards Mo a little bit, which creates enough space for Quansah to drift in, and then find Nunes, who finds Salah himself, which is funny because he was the one that then drifted in without Wan-Bissaka. You know, the irony of that. But yeah, well, that might have been the first goal that McAllister put away, actually. Yeah, I think it was, wasn't it? I don't know. I just know Nunez got 2 assists or 1 assist. Might have got 2 assists. Hey, so yeah. Other than that, Mo was he wasn't very good at all. Got the goal. I mean, the goal boosts him up a little bit, doesn't it? I still don't think he was as good as McAllister though. I mean, McAllister had a goal as well. I'm gonna go for an 8 for most. Mo wasn't even an 8. He wasn't even an 8. No. Mo was a 7.5. Mo was a 7.5. I don't care if he got a goal. He was a 7.5. He should have scored anyway. He should have scored that goal. Nunez got 2 assists. The rest of his game wasn't good at all. Sloppy, made some bad decisions. The 5-on-1 was predominantly his fault, if I can remember correctly, or it was somebody's fault. Someone messed up a pass. It might have even been Harvey that messed up. Actually, I'm not sure. Or so I think it was Nina's pass to him, and then he messed up the assist. I don't know, something along them lines. I remember there was a 5-on-1 situation, and it weren't just those situations either. There was one where there's a few where Nunez got it and he was on the edge of the box and he wanted to. We could see he wanted to shoot, and on occasions he tried to have a shot and it was just blocked. A couple of occasions it was just blocked, and he was very, 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 very frustrating today. I think I'm going to give him a 7. I think I'll give him a 7. My cat is talking the most nonsense. You can't come in there, I'm busy. Go away. Yes, go away. About no, go away. Yes, go away. Right. Before he was really interrupted. Oh my god. No, you can't come in here. No, bye. Cheeky. Right. So yeah, I'm gonna give him a 7. I can't do it. I just think he wasn't very good today. And he messed up. A lot of the players messed up. So when you look at the pan of these points here now, hold on a minute. Actually, let me just do the substitution. So who came on? Tsimikas came on. Nothing happened with that. What was he? Best of 5 probably, and that's probably being kind. Didn't even really get involved in the game much. Gakpo was Gakpo. Was he worse than Nunez? Probably. 6. Who's got a 6 there? Probably Szoboszlai. I think he was better than Szoboszlai though, wasn't he? 6.5. He's got a 6.5. Gomez. Better than Robertson. Yeah, he's better than Robertson. Yeah, probably 6.5. It's probably about right. Gomez's level. Yeah, let's go for 6.5. 6.5, and then Harvey scored a goal. Did he get an assist? Can't remember. Definitely scored a goal, and it was the reason got tackled at the end, and obviously not Mainu, Diallo, is his name Diallo, the kid for United, he scored and sealed the deal. However, what I will say is, why on earth in the last minute of extra time, as manager Klopp, why do you have Conor Bradley and Harvey Elliott at the back on their own? What are you doing? Why? Why don't you have Robertson and Gomez? Gomez never scores a header. He doesn't even score. Robertson never scores a header. He barely scores. Why? I don't get that decision. That was stupid. Such a stupid decision. Such a stupid decision. I mean, Conor Bradley actually and Harvey Elliott are more likely to score or you know, sneak something in, as opposed to Robertson and Gomez. If I had to say to you, you'd say to me, oh yeah, take which one out of these four are more likely to score. Pick two of them. I'd probably choose Conor Bradley and Harvey Elliott. Because I think going forward they're just technically better than the other two when it comes to in and around the box. So why why were they the ones that were defending? Why was it Conor Bradley and Harvey Elliott? That's such a lame. That was such a disaster, tactical disaster. That was. That's what lost us the game. That lost us the game. The fact that he thought, yeah, send up all the big boys, Quansah and VVD. That he lost that FA Cup title. He could have taken that. He could have gone to the final. During Coventry got to the final, won the FA Cup. Now the next trophy in his cabinet for when he left. He messed up. He messed that up. That was on him. He should never have done that. And even in the last minute, like if it's like see, he probably thought, they'll take the corner, it'll go out for throwing, and the ref will just blow. He didn't realise that it would fall off in that way. Absolute fail. Absolute fail. Absolute fail. Harvey Elliott scored. I thought he had an alright game. Probably a 7. Was he better than Diaz? 6.5. Better than Nunes? Probably not. He probably wasn't better than Diaz. 6.5 maybe? 6.5. Gomez, level 6. Worse than Gomez? Don't think he was worse than Gomez. He scored as well, didn't he? Scored. I think I'll go for a 6.5. Maybe 7 or 6.5. I'll go for a 6.5. Yeah, I'll go for a 6.5. Conor Bradley came on as well. Obviously, I don't think he was too good either, to be honest. I think he can have a 6. I think he was as good as Robertson. Bobby Clark came on. I don't even remember much that he did either. I think I'll just go for 5.5. I think he came on last, I think, Conor Bradley. So they're the ratings. They are the ratings. We're out of the FA Cup. Man, absolutely sucks. Absolutely sucks. Well, we got the break now. And we just have to go for the league in Europa. You know, I'll be happy, successful. Carabao League in Europa. I wanted to do the quad, but hey, we just let ourselves down. Sloppy. Sloplacency. That's what I call it. Sloplacency. Sloppiness and complacency combined. Sloplacency. That's what it is. That's what it was. It wasn't the fact that we played on Thursday and our players were knackered and certain players shouldn't have played, like Salah, etc. Klopp put out a strength team. You need to, the more games you get, the more, you know, balance you find, and the more, you know, consistency you gain. You have to, like, players like Salah has had an injury. He needs game time. He needs to play. It was a light workout on Thursday. He didn't break a sweat. It was a light workout for him. That was good for him to get out there. That made him, you know, better. He was in better prep for this game because of that. However, Wan-Bissaka and Ten Hag just pulled a masterstroke. But you could say he didn't, because Salah scored and Salah had, you know, the smarts to drag out Wan-Bissaka to create the space for the first goal. So did they really stop him? No, they didn't really stop him. You know, but he wasn't, you know, fully himself. And, you know, and also if Klopp feels like, you know, he's not doing anything because Wan-Bissaka's having the game of his life and marking him out the game, you change the player, and then you make Wan-Bissaka have to think about someone else or something else. You know, who might be the opposite. He might be doing something different to what, you know, Salah's doing, which becomes a problem to Wan-Bissaka because he's not, you know, he's not prepped his game to deal with this particular thing that this player has come on and started to do. You know, did they take him off, and then they moved him to the other side at someone? I think they took him off when they was 2-1 down, and we was just controlling the game right up until like the 83rd minute or something. I know they scored in what, 86 or 87, something like that. I can't remember the actual time they scored, but before all the added extra time. So it was nothing to do with Thursday. Just cut all that bullshit out. It was nonsense, absolute nonsense. What it was today was we got ourselves 2-1 up, and we thought, light work. We're the Dons. We come into your backyard, smacking you up, and we're gonna stroll away. It's 83 minutes. We're gonna stroll away now, and just take and just you know, quietly move on into the next round, and you're not going to say nothing or do nothing about it. That's what we said to United, and United clapped us, got complacent, got slack, got sloppy. That's what it was. Starting to believe that you can do the quadruple, the quad. The players saw the quad today, and they thought, yo, we can actually do this. And you got slapped, you got clapped. That's what it was. It was nothing else. You just thought you was going to rock up to United and win. You just better make sure you win at Old Trafford in the league. You better make sure you win at Old Trafford in the league. We need to win at Old Trafford in the league. And the league's game is going to be different. I said in my preview, this is the best way to play Man United because they had to come out of us. I thought we was going to slap these. You saw my score prediction, 3-1. When it went to 2-1, I thought, you know what? This is going to be 3-4, 5-1. And then the chances just were missing. I mean, it wasn't even like we was... we had the ball, but we wasn't creating. And when we didn't have the ball, and even though they just had little breakaways, their breakaways were more dangerous than what we was creating from having majority of the possession. It was so irritating. I was like, all right, this is looking a bit... And as it got more and more closer to full time, I was getting, you know, we was looking more and more tired. I mean, that could be a thing as well. You know, players do have to play games. So I have just said, look, we can't complain about Thursday, and I stick by that. But certain players, Endo's been rinsed. McAllister has been absolutely rinsed. Szoboszlai has like been back from an injury 5 minutes. He's been rinsed. So maybe we just couldn't do. Maybe we just couldn't do the extra time. Well, we could, because we even went ahead to get an extra time, and then just slackness, slack and sloppy complacency just messed us up. Oh, but listen, I'm getting out of here. That was what Mr. LFC match reaction ratings, full time result. Liverpool losing 4-3 to Manchester United at Old Trafford. Meh. I'll see you in the next one. Take it easy. Bye bye.